ride never ends. Never. Time to roll the game film. I must admit, I have to tip my hat to the Eagles today. They defeated the Panthers and the media pundits and the officials. Should have called more penalties on them, refs. But seriously, Philly, let's sit down and have a little chat. The Cowboys are underachieving, the Redskins are mediocrity, and the Giants are a dumpster fire this year. The division is yours for the taking. Not saying don't fuck it up, but don't fuck it up like last season. Hey Washington, did you hear my conversation with the Eagles? There's a chance for you to take the division. It's going to take a hell of a lot more than keeping the 49ers in it for the longest time. To be fair, they have this CJ Beathard guy who apparently doesn't suck, but still, you need to do better. But then again, fuck Dan Snyder. There is a reason why I can't take the Ravens seriously as playoff contenders. You can bitch at me for sleeping on them all you want, but when you continuously shit yourselves against the Bears, you have no one but yourselves to blame. The defense picked your utter lack of offense apart, and people will praise Trubisky in the coming week for mediocre stats. Enjoy your 8-8 season, Ravens. As for the Bears, at least the D and Jordan Howard aren't awful. Nothing to see here, just the perennial train wreck known as the Browns completely falling apart against the team that can actually do things on the football field. You may return to your regularly scheduled mockery of them. So what's going on in the college realm anymore?
Trying to find an open man. Fires. Deep. Jump ball. Broken up.
That ball is loose. It is scooped up. And there it is. Not much pressure.
Well, that happened. Friday the 13th is a hell of a drug. Well, Atlanta, this should be a pretty easy win for you. The Dolphins are awful, and you're at home with a 17-point lead at halftime. You blew that lead too? What the fuck is wrong with you people? You know you aren't supposed to pull this shit until January, right? If you hear closely, you can hear the constant choking of falcons throughout America over this travesty. Have you no decency? Yeah, I'd say this is about right on schedule for the Lions. They may be playing the Saints, but then you realize they still have Drew Brees and that offense to contend with. The Lions also have a quietly awful defense compounding matters. If I didn't know any better, both teams were simply making turnovers and eating them in the locker room. Even with a harried comeback by the Lions, there was no chance for them. This is known as Wednesday in Detroit. The Vikings may be optimistic that they can still win, but let's face it, there is no chance with King Aaron Rodgers at the helm. Onward to Green Bay, the worst case scenario has happened. You are deep in the shit. And it's not just this loss that's doing it. NFC North is wide open, boys. Teddy Bridgewater is returning from the dead soon, too. Time to strike. Hey, Patriots, this isn't funny anymore. You can stop pretending to be mortal and kick the ever-living shit out of teams again. You may have made a comeback, but there is no way this should be a game against the Jets. They're marching down the field against you and fuck! Don't feel too bad, Jets. The league may not know what the fuck a catch is anymore, but they are just trying to keep the tank on track. You'll be thanking them come April. While Tampa is still struggling to find a kicker, the Cardinals found a way to kick their asses all over the field in the first half. Turns out AP actually does have something left in the tank. It was like a throwback to the 2009 Pro Bowl. I feel young again. As for you, Tampa, there's a consolation prize. Losing Jameis Winston to injury, now you potentially get Fitzception for the short-term future. Have fun with that. So which Jags team are we actually going to see? The hashtag Saxonville Juggernaut, or the team that's like Charlie Brown kicking the football? Today, the Rams were their Lucy. Ironically, a lot of the damage done was on the special teams. Unfortunately, Fournette in the running game couldn't save you from defeat. Oh my god, not again! The football gods have finally shown mercy on Jacksonville for once. Well, let me get my old checklist out here. Tight game, check. Chargers have the final drive, check. Relying on special teams, check. Well, it's time for another patented Charger choke job. Oh my god, they actually made a field goal at the end of a game. Everything I have known has been a lie. The Chargers didn't kick their 6 fans in the dick again. Fuck you, Spanos. This is why I said cautious optimism when it comes to the Chiefs. Because this ends up happening. Kansas City put on a vintage January performance this week. And as always, they still can't beat the Steelers at Arrowhead. The culprits today being unable to stop the running game and the defense pulling off the football version of a Canseco. It's what the Steelers do, playing up to their competition and frustrating the hell out of everyone. See? Good things happen when you give Le'Veon Bell the rock. Although we get more drama from them thanks to a trade request from Martavis Bryant. This ride also never ends. It's in typical Giants fashion to have everything fall apart for them. Their receiving core is obliterated, yet still completely dominated the game in question. It was the classic role swapperoo, with the Broncos playing the role of hapless squad looking completely lost on the field of play. Could you say the Giants derped? Who knows? As for Denver, we have the return of the prodigal son. Brock Osweiler is back, baby! Life does come at you fast. Fortunately, Mariota was able to return in time for what is all but a must-win game. It took until the fourth quarter, but the Titans were able to overcome failure in the red zone and seal victory. Mariota is going to be the key to keep Tennessee in playoff contention. Look at the Packers without Rodgers. Don't turn into them, okay? Or else you'll have to look at signing Kaepernick. Like that's ever gonna happen anymore.
At the 3. It's Bell. Up the middle. And takes several Chiefs with them for the touchdown.